Financial year 2022-2023, Quarter 4. The small savings schemes interest rates have been hiked. Few schemes interest rates have been hiked up to 8%. If you want to know more and if you want to understand if the scheme which you are investing in has had an interest hike, watch the video till the end. This is Sana Ram and welcome to Freedom English Channel. First thing which we should be aware of or which we should know is financial year is divided into 4 quarters. Quarter 1 is April, May, June. Quarter 2, July, August, September. Quarter 3, October, November, December. And Quarter 4 is Jan, Feb, March. So basically, the small savings schemes interest rates are revised quarterly. So now, we have the 4th quarter of the financial year 2022 and 2023 and there has been changes in the interest rates. Few have remained the same whereas few have actually increased. So let us see what remains the same first. Savings deposit remains the same as 4%. 5-year RD which is recurring deposit remains the same as 5.8%. PPF remains the same as 7.1% and Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana is still 7.6%. Now, we have seen the schemes for which the interest has remained the same. Now let us understand for which small savings schemes the interest rate has actually increased. First one, let us understand about FD. We consumers call it as fixed deposit, whereas the bankers call it as time deposit. Let us check the interest rates right away. 1-year FD 5.5% to 6.6%, 2-year FD 5.7% to 6.8%, 3-year FD 5.8% has changed to 6.9%, and 5-year FD from 6.7% has increased to 7.0%. So now we are just going to do a small calculation for the 5-year FD and understand how this actually affects or increases the amount which we are getting as the interest rate has increased now. So now I have opened the FD calculator. The total investment which we are going to invest as lump sum is 5 lakhs. The rate of interest before was 6.7% and the time period is 5 years. So the invested amount is 5 lakhs. Estimated returns is around 1,97,033 and the total value is around 6,97,033. Okay. Now what we are going to do is change the interest. So it has increased to 7.0%. So now the total investment again is 5 lakhs. Rate of interest is increased. So I have changed to 7.0% and the time period is 5 years. The invested amount which we have invested is 5 lakhs. Estimated returns is 2,07,389 and the total value which we would be getting is 7,07,389. So basically the 5-year term deposit can also be called as tax saving deposit. Here you have tax deductions up to 1.5 lakh under Section 80C of Income Tax Act 1961. So basically the interest payout which we get, we can opt for it. Either we want it monthly or quarterly, which means every 3 months, or annually every 1 year, or at the maturity. We can decide whichever payout we want. And then we also have to remember the minimum deposit here is 1,000 and maximum has no limits. So you can deposit as much as you want. So as the name states, this is a 5-year deposit, which means the tenure is 5 years and you cannot withdraw the money in between. So this is the interest hike which has happened in the fixed deposit side when it comes to the small savings scheme. Second scheme, senior citizen savings scheme. The interest here has also hiked, which means has increased. Let us see that later, but first let us understand what the scheme is. Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is for someone who is 60 years and above. So basically, we invest a lump sum amount and we get our payouts. I would say the interest or the pension kind of a thing, because this is basically for the people who have retired and they would need a regular flow of cash, correct? That is why this scheme was made. So we can actually call the interest payouts as pension as well. And that happens every quarter, which means every 3 months they will get the amount. And since Senior Citizen Savings Scheme is government-backed investment, we can get guaranteed returns from this. And one more thing is, if you want to open the account for yourself, if you're 60 and above and you want to open a Senior Citizen Savings Scheme for yourself, you can actually visit certified banks or the post office and do it. Now, I'm going to show you a small table and we are going to familiarize ourselves with the basic details of senior citizen savings. Tenure is going to be 5 years. You actually have an option to extend it for 3 years more. Minimum investment is going to be 1,000 and maximum investment can be 15 lakhs or the amount received on retirement, whichever is lower. Benefits. Since it is government backed, it is safe and reliable investment. High investments when compared with fixed deposit and savings account, and this also has tax benefit up to 1.5 lakh. And premature withdrawal penalty, we should know about it. If you have not completed 2 years and you are withdrawing money, 1.5% of the deposited amount will be charged as penalty. If you have completed 2 years and then you are withdrawing, 1% of the amount will be charged as penalty. So as I mentioned, senior citizens would be receiving their payouts or the pensions on quarterly basis, correct? So the dates are like this: 31st March, 30th June, 30th September and 31st December. Every year they will get their money for the amount which they have invested. And the interest rate, it has increased from 7.6% to 8.0%, which is really good. Third scheme, Post Office Monthly Income Scheme. Here, you have a lock-in period of 5 years. If you're opening a single account, you can invest a maximum of 4.5 lakh. If you're opening a joint account, maybe with your spouse or with your mother or with your father, you can actually invest 9 lakhs. Now, with the help of a calculator, I will show you how the interest has increased and how much money we would be getting if we invest in this. Now, I have opened the Post Office Monthly Income Scheme calculator. I have mentioned 4.5 lakh, the maximum for a single account here, and the interest rate before was 6.7%, which means interest rate is 6.7% and we will be getting a monthly income of 2,513. As the name states, it is Post Office Monthly Income Scheme. So, the interest which we get will be paid out monthly. And now the interest has increased to 7.1% and we will be getting a monthly income of 2,662. And remember, we have a lock-in period of 5 years. So now we can just compare and see the difference. So single account, we have invested 4.5 lakh. And when the interest rate was 6.7%, we were getting 2,513. And when the interest has increased to 7.1%, now we are going to get 2,662, 149 rupees extra. So when it comes to joint account, when the interest was 6.7%, if we have invested 9 lakhs on whole like that, we would be getting a return of 5,026 every month. And since the interest has increased now, 7.1% when calculated gives us 5,324 and we will be receiving this every month. Now we clearly understood how the interest hike in Post Office Monthly Income Scheme actually gives us extra money, which is equal to 149 rupees. And now we are going to check out the next scheme, and that is National Savings Certificate. This is actually an initiative by Government of India, and this is actually a savings bond. So National Savings Certificate is a fixed income investment scheme. What happens here is, basically we take the bonds, the government use our money to develop something in our country. It works like this. But the main purpose to bring this initiative was to help the mid and the small investors to invest and save tax simultaneously. This scheme too is a low risk fixed income product. The minimum amount which you can deposit here is 1,000. And if you get more money and you wish to improve or increase the investment which you are doing here, you can actually do it in the multiples of 100, which means 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 like that. And maximum limit, there is nothing like that. If you want to invest lakhs, you can go ahead and invest lakhs. And if you want to open this account, where do you go? You can go to the post office and do it. And in case if you want to open an account for a minor, you can actually open it as a joint account with another adult. National Savings Certificate comes with a fixed maturity of 5 years. And this also has tax benefits, which means under Section 80C of 1961 Income Tax Act, we actually have 1.5 up to 1.5 lakh tax deduction benefits available here. And the interest change or the interest hike that has happened here is 6.8% has been increased to 7.0%. I have opened the National Savings Certificate calculator here. The amount which we have invested, I have assumed that we have invested 1 lakh. The rate of interest is 6.8%, which was there in the last quarter. The time period is 5 years. So basically the principal amount is 1 lakh. Total interest earned is 38,949 and the total amount is equal to 1,38,949. And now, since the interest has been increased or hiked to 7.0%, we are again investing the same 1 lakh. Rate of interest is going to be 7.0% per annum. Time period is going to be 5 years. So the principal amount is 1 lakh which we have invested. Total interest earned is 40,255 and the total amount which we get in our hand is going 1,40,255. So with this calculation, we also understood how National Savings Certificate has got a hike in the interest rate. The last and the final scheme which we are going to see today in this video is going to be Kisan Vikas Patra. As we all know, the amount we invest here is going to get doubled. Okay, how does this actually work? So basically, they launched this scheme for the farmers. They wanted them to have a long-term financial discipline. But then now it is available to everyone. 120 months, which means 10 years is the tenure for maturity. The minimum amount which you can invest in this is going to be 1,000. And the maximum has no upper limit. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you invest your money here, it actually doubles at the time of maturity, which means you invest 5 lakh after the maturity tenure, which means 120 months, and that is 10 years, you will get 5 plus 5, 10 lakh in your hand. And if you want to open this account for a minor, about 10 years, you can actually do it in their own name itself. And speaking about the proof, if you are going to invest more than 50,000, you need to submit your PAN card. If you are going to invest more than 10 lakhs, you need to submit your income proofs, which includes your pay slips, ITR, your bank reports, everything. And then, if you have to start an account, you compulsorily need to submit your Aadhaar card for your identity proof. And it doesn't matter how many accounts you have. If you want to have multiple accounts, you can go ahead and do it. So basically, the interest and the tenure, they are linked here. I'll tell you how. Last quarter, the interest was 7.0%. So the tenure for maturity was 123 months, which was 10 years and 3 months. Now, in this quarter, the fourth quarter of financial year 2022 and 2023, they have increased it by 7.1%. So what happened here is the tenure shrunk, which means it has got lessened into 120 months, and that is 10 years. So basically, if the interest increases, the tenure decreases. If the interest decreases, the tenure increases. But basically, if you invest in Kisan Vikas Patra, wait till the maturity, you can actually double your money. You invest 50 lakh, you get 1 crore. You invest 1 crore, you get 2 crore. So yes, today in this video, we actually understood what schemes have the same interest rate just like the previous quarter, and the schemes which have hiked interest rates in this quarter. And we have also seen a little bit of calculation and understood how much is the difference that would actually come when we are receiving the money. I believe this video was beneficial for you. If you believe that it will be beneficial for others, please go ahead and share it. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to our Freedom English channel, because you will be getting n number of videos like this with so much of information. And if you want me to do anything in specific, please go ahead and mention the same in the comment section, and I would be really happy to do the same. And in case if you're not subscribed to our Freedom app, please go ahead, install our Freedom app and register your name. To be very precise, I would say Freedom app is divided into 3 broad categories: personal finance, farming and business. If you are someone who wants to make money through stock market, mutual funds, or you just want to know about money, how to manage it, how to make it, how to double it, how to borrow money, everything, insurance, loan, anything you want, you have it inside the personal finance. Anything related to money. And then comes business. If you are someone who is very passionate about starting a business but don't know what to do or which business to do, you have any number of options within Freedom app. And then comes farming. If you're someone who is very much interested in farming, but unfortunately, there is no one to train you on that, we have mentors who will train you on the same. So basically, you have 900 plus courses available in this one single app. Open the app, just explore, see which one suits you, learn that course. Mentors are there, they are going to train you on everything, A to Z. And in case if you get stuck somewhere, we are there to help you. So don't worry, go ahead, install our Freedom app, register your name, learn whatever you want to, and change your life the way you want it to be. And with this note, I finish my video. I'll catch you again in the next video. Until then, you guys take care and bye-bye.